shouldn't the anger be
wait.
directed towards the dude as opposed towards Nimrat?
I'm not fighting. We're not fight. It's not even a fight. It's not a disagreement because of the nigger. It's a disagreement because you decided to outrightly go over my boundary.
Right.
To not actually respect my
you see what I'm
boundary.
saying?
No, I understand.
Okay.
I know,
I
Niggas in the
understand.
comment right now be like,
And remember,
again.
and remember,
I would.
There we go.
But would you wait.
no, you,
But would you
wow. Did you say that?
Wait. Would you mend your relationship with Nimrat?
Did you hear?
No, wait. It's a two-part. It's a two-part.
I'd like to pronounce my ruling on this subject.
Please don't.
Before we move in the court of the mics are open. This is the second sitting of the court.
This will be a third.
Working correctly.
Yeah,
It's hot.
And
Too hot.
and as
Look at
judge,
you to blast.
as judge, and after some conferring with my bench,
There's nothing like that.
no, and listening to all of the matters from the plaintiff and the prosecution. I, G Money of the Supreme Court of the mics are open, would like to deliver this following judgment.
Okay.
This seems, we pronounce this as a sincere case of the mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late. First of all, this is the mics are open, episode 243, 44,
Yeah.
53, one in there. Anyway, I don't even know
the
what to
next
say
one.
the number. And this is the first, I'm wearing, oh my gosh, look at those glasses. I look so good in them.
You look
Stunning,
so good.
stunning.
But I can't do that.
Let me
So anyway,
tag you on this real quick.
Right, so, this is mics are open. My name's G Money.
And young.
Big C.
Ashley.
Ashley, what the fuck?
What's going on?
Hey, please bleep out that F. It's too early in the.
No,
Don't
leave it
bleep
there.
it.
Okay.
Leave it there.
First of all, for those of you who haven't watched double-sided tape, I guess you should watch it before it disappears from the internet forever. So watch it. Ashley, like, we've never had drama at The Good Company.
We've never had drama. I guess that, let me not say that.
No, I feel like we've had drama before, but this is the one that made it to the screen.
Like I wish
Also-
you
Which means they can pay us for such kind of content and
hold up. Like
Fact.
we'll give
like,
it to them raw and unfiltered.
Sorry, can I what? Speak. This. Oh, this other one. This one, right? Yo. This one. No, I wanted to move
When
it a
she's
bit
when she's
like
talking you through it. This one, no, the other
no,
one.
this one.
This one. No, that
So,
one.
As Calvin fixes his mic.
like G, first and foremost, I'm a bit ashamed, right? But this is a point where, there's a camera in that room, right? You should have said, bro, pay-per-view. Like, they
Patron
walked in. Here's the link. We should have watched the uncut.
There wasn't much behind the scenes though.
No.
like,
Yes,
I just wanna
She's a
see- wait,
genius. You know
wait,
why? Because first you give them a taste
Yeah.
of what could be. And then if you put it behind a paywall, nigga,
No,
I'm
you
paying
get the
up.
paywall, yeah? But the one they did, of course, you guys had to be a bit like cordial and
Okay,
everything.
first of all, before we go into it, can we explain for guys who don't watch DST? If you do watch DST, then you know what we're talking about. If you don't watch DST, basically, Ash and her co-host Nimrat had a bit of a falling out over a sneaky link.
It wasn't over the sneaky link.
Or
It was over the
friendship.
principles.
So,
over the principles
so
of
first
friendship.
of all,
That should be the name of the episode.
Yes.
First of all, I'd like to confirm I am the sneaky link.
I know you guys have been seeing it for a minute now.
That's
you
why we
know,
even had to change places today.
Yeah, you've talked about
yeah.
our chemistry.
Yep.
So I handled him
Yep.
the way I needed to as well. So yeah, now we're just gonna be cordial, workmates.
Yeah, I'm the sneaky link,
Yeah.
and I want to apologize for any inconveniences. And end of the day, I didn't realize I had that much of an impact on you.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But
This nigga made it about you.
but honestly, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I want you to know that you weren't the main.
It's okay. I was aware
Right.
of that, but
And-
But you must be really
G, we
shit.
were friends, right? We talked about this.
Yes.
You should have just let me know. If anything, a threesome would have been great.
No, okay. Damn.
Okay.
What say you, gents?
Okay. So I should have spoken to you about it.
Yeah, being
But-
selfish removes so much
But
from
what I'm saying is, you have to understand, right, that
I want all this goodness to myself.
not only that, like, I've always been partial to a bit of food from the
okay.
the other side.
Some spice.
Yay.
The Oriental
want-
side.
Yeah. So, anyway,
Can we just go on straight to it?
anyway, so basically, I am Team Nimrat.
Okay.
And this is why I'm Team Nimrat. I'm Team Nimrat because I kind of feel that, like, if it's a sneaky link, yeah,
X.
an X,
Ex-sneaky
if it's an X sneaky link, I'm like, it wasn't even like a main dish. It was like more like an entree.
True.
And then, like, I don't know why you catch feelings over a sneaky link being bagged by your homie.
Principle. Do you understand principle?
Listen, when people say principle, it's never the principle.
No,
It's
listen.
feelings.
Listen, no, not really.
Okay, I think the question to ask is, why would you want to know from her if she wants to
Smash.
go, not even
Not
smash,
smash,
like
date,
even go
date,
out on a
date.
date? Why would you want to know
Yeah.
from her
See-
if it doesn't mean anything to you? If the X
Yeah.
sneaky link, the thing is over. It doesn't mean anything to you. So I guess what G is asking is, what's it to you that she's got to ask or she's got to just inform you?
No,
Wagwan?
because, and I'm glad you said that because I remembered something else. You also said, and this is
Serikali imegeuzwa.
Devil's advocate.
devil's
I
advocate,
swear.
right? You
Let's
also
go.
you also said, if you guys are gonna date or gonna date, let me know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Listen, I had conversations with both of them. She said he's been hitting her up, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, okay, cool. She said, oh, but I'm not going to pursue anything because, your history. I said, no, it's fine. You do what you got to do. If anything, just inform me.
But
Why?
that's the question.
Listen, I've given you leeway. Listen.
What leeway?
No.
Listen,
no.
Wait, why? No. Listen,
Hi,
she
I'm
should
just
have.
your lawyer.
If she did it without us having that conversation, I wouldn't really have cared. I also had or the nigga also had a conversation with me, and he was over here saying how if ever to see someone that we both know, if we're friends, blah blah,
Let me
it should be a conversation. So I expected that from the both of them, right?
So-
Am I making sense?
No, because you're not answering the question. Because I think, okay, can I?
Yeah, please, because
Yeah.
you're better than me at this. Yeah.
No, because what you're saying is you own the nigga still.
No,
Yes,
not at
yes,
all.
because you're talking about a leeway. You're giving them a leeway.
Permission.
It's
That's
not
ownership.
permission.
This
What
that
is it?
It's
slavery.
letting me
I've got
know.
the-
Why?
Because it's courtesy.
Who says?
Says what?
Says who? You don't own the nigga.
Okay.
I don't. I
Ask
really
me.
don't.
You move
Yo,
on. You
did
move
they
on.
wait? Fuck?
They didn't fuck, and I didn't care if they would
But
have
this is what I'm saying,
fucked.
right?
But if you're saying,
Wait.
hey,
Stop.
Can I get my shit
No,
up?
no. First of all, this is not us attacking Ash.
No, also
We're having
at the same time, listen, I don't think I would have had a problem with it if she just didn't lie. That was my biggest thing. No, wait. If she just didn't lie. Because when it became an issue for me is when I was just like, is that who I think it is? She was just like, yes. Then I'm like, it's funny you decided to have a thing, blah, blah. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't even know it was your sneaky link. I'm like, wait. And then the other
Yeah.
person who she thought it was, I was like, so anakukatia. Which is not,
Yeah.
is not a factor.
So-
So the lies that were kept piling up, if she just came out and she
Okay.
went like, oh yeah, we went on a date, it was cute, I would have been like, oh, okay, cool, chill.
let me-
but if you're
But
lying
let me play
about
devil's
it,
advocate for you. Let me play devil's advocate for you. It could be that when someone knows that they've messed up, right? Someone knows they've messed up, and you start to dig that hole, and you start to try to protect the feelings of your quote unquote friend, right? And that hole just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. It could be that there was a level of panic, and it's like, now what do I do next? And then it's like, one little thing spun onto another little thing. And now, this is just me playing devil's advocate, because for me, I look at it and I say, all right, I mean, I understand why you're mad, and I understand,
I'm not even mad.
well, not mad,
Yes,
but no,
yes, no, you are.
you were,
Yeah.
right?
Fire.
And I understand all of that, but I also understand that, like, what makes me laugh most of all is that there's a nigga out there.
No, can I tell you something?
Wait. Let me finish. What makes me laugh most of all is that of all of this, there's a dude out there like, yo,
You're not nice.
like
Your man is
like,
not
there's
nice.
a dude out there like, yo, not only am I the king of sneaky links, I have dominated the podcast
This
scene.
is going to my resume.
Can I tell you
This one
something
is going
funny?
into my resume.
I'm more chill with the nigga. You know why?
Why?
Because he didn't try to hide it. He straight up came out and he was just like, yeah, we just went on a date, blah,
But
blah.
also-
It wasn't a lie after a lie, you know what I mean? So I was just like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, we've had a conversation about he wasn't too happy
All right.
that
But let me ask you this, right? So let's say I'm trying to qualify what the date is now. So for example, let's just say I'm at Yaya Center as your sneaky link, your ex sneaky link, and I bump into Nimrat or I bump into one of your friends. And I'm like, yo, let's go catch a bite at Art Cafe in Junction. We've left Yaya, we're going to Junction. Is that a date?
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
But I've just bumped into you. So I'm trying to.
But you've now accepted. Let's go. The fact
Yeah,
that
but-
you've ditched your plan.
No, but what I'm saying is this: like, end of the day, it's like, but you.
But what's the context as well?
My context is that end of the day.
No. The context of the person telling
No,
you, yo, let's
like,
go.
fam, how many people have I bumped into?
You've bumped into each other. You're
I know,
doing
like,
your own
let's go,
thing.
yeah,
But you see,
Ash is doing her own things.
it could really be a so I bump into you, right? And I'm like, hey, what's
Let's
up?
go eat.
Let's go eat. That's all right and everything. But the intention in all of that's a problem. So that's also what needs to be discussed. Like, I could really be like, hey, I know your friend Ash. You get, let's go eat. There's no problem with that. But now the problem is, what's the conversation that's been had? What's the intention?
To you, but G is addressing Ashley, so Ashley has to answer the same questions
But
on
that's
both
not-
on both accounts.
That wasn't the case.
No,
But you see, that's why I'm
but
asking you.
G
He
is
said-
asking you hypothetical questions, like work with him at that
Yeah,
stage.
yeah,
like,
that's-
let's qualify this first.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
We can
yeah.
call it a date, but then it wasn't what's the word?
Meditated.
Premeditated, right? Like you haven't been planning it for a while, blah, blah.
So had they been planning it for a while?
Yes.
How do you know?
Oh, okay.
Because she came to my house and it's like you didn't listen to the pod.
I did.
So how I found out they were talking or that he hit her up and I was fine with it. And I was even just like, oh, you hit up my podmate, blah, blah. And I was just like, same conversation. All right, cool. And it was like, when I'm hitting her or when I'm seeing her, I'll let you know, just courtesy wise, right? Because we're friends before anything, me and the nigga.
Right.
Right? She came to my house. We had a conversation, the three of us, me, Kelly, and her. Me and Kelly call her our little boyfriend. I wouldn't even mind him dating Kelly if he wanted to, right? But Kelly will snitch on him
I
real
have a
quick.
problem with that though.
Wait. So we said, do we call our little boyfriend? Kelly says yes. She goes like, who's the little boyfriend? We say his name. She goes like, oh, by the way, I was meant to tell you he's been hitting me up. I got like, oh, well, the sneaky link of traveling pants, right? Well, whatever.
Look at it this way. Let's go back to the man's perspective, right? End of the day, if I'm in my prime, and I can work through the whole crew, I'm going to.
Good for you.
And it's okay. Yeah.
I'm going to, and it's okay.
Yeah. I'm
she's
fine
fully
with
fit.
that.
So what I'm trying to say is like, shouldn't the anger
Where's the fucking
be?
courtesy though?
Shouldn't the anger
No, wait,
be directed towards the dude as opposed towards Nimrat?
I was
Also-
angry at the guy. No, I wasn't even angry at the guy because I just felt he crossed a boundary that he's the one who set in the first place, and I wasn't having it. He's crossed several other boundaries, so I was just like, this right here, you've crossed it, and I'm not allowing it. Wait, so when he crossed that boundary, I texted him same thing, but the fact that he came out outrightly and was just like, yeah, that's me in her video, and he asked, is there an issue? And I was just like, honestly, no, because he's not going around circles about it. Wait.
Man is a hundred.
Good.
Wait, he wasn't going around circles, and he told me if there was an issue with me doing that, let me know. I was just like, so later on when we were talking, I was just like, we had an agreement as friends before anything to have a conversation about us seeing each other's friends.
Okay.
As friends, and not even as ex-sneaky links, right?
As
to
friends.
have as friends to have a conversation considering I wouldn't feel nice if we're exes and I go to your friend without your information.
All right, hold that thought. So, what would you have preferred? Would you prefer that they linked up and you didn't know, or you linked up and they knew and you knew?
Also, as the advocate of the devil's advocate.
Y'all been waiting for this.
No. It's just something I thought about from what you just said last. And I'm seeing a different dynamic here, because is there a chance that there could have been a genuine confusion? Because hear me out. Based off what you said, because I wasn't even thinking about this.
Yeah.
It's just, spur of the moment thing. She came to you about this guy before, unsolicited.
His name was brought
from
up?
the conversation, yes. The name came up and she was like, oh, by the way.
But as your sneaky link, I'm not going to do anything about it.
No, hear me out. So in this, this is, leave alone the sneaky link. This is just you and the
There's a lot
girl.
of context. Uh-huh.
I understand, but I'm working on the basis of the guy's name came up in conversation. Nobody asked her about it, and she was like, oh, by the way, me and him have been.
He's been hitting on me.
Yes. So she came forth with the information, right? So now, later on, for her to not do the same thing as you guys had agreed on, is there a chance that there might have been, on her end, some slight maybe misunderstanding of the agreement that you guys had, or a different viewing of the dynamics of your relationship?
And I love that. I have another example, but Calvin wants to jump in. Calvin, you go first.
No, mine's a conclusion, because I've already
Right. So my thing is this, right?
Summarized.
I've got the verdict.
This is the extended version.
So what
Patreon for more.
See what it is. It's like I know that in many relationships, friendships, there's always room for misunderstanding.
Yes.
Right? I've had an experience once where somebody said something to me and I took it so fucking offensively that I locked off, right? Only to understand later that what was said, what the intention, as Calvin said, behind what was said was a complete different thing. Now, and I'm not saying this is the case, but could it be, right, that when it was said, oh, he's trying to hit me up, and there was no immediately hardcore pushback, it could be interpreted that it doesn't mean anything to you. Because I feel that sometimes, I genuinely feel that sometimes, and I'm guilty of this, there are times when I should be hardcore and stop something.
Yeah.
But my nature is probably to make a sarcastic remark, hoping that the other person catches it. You get me? Like the other day, in my house, the other day, like my brethren, it was Saturday weekend gone. My name is playing on the decks and stuff, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I sent a message out. Like, I'm in my bed. I'm like, yo, guys, close the club. 6 a.m., they're still mixing and playing music.
6 a.m. in Kilimani.
This is Sunday. No, this is Sunday, right? So it's Monday morning, I get up to go to work.
Yeah.
Guys are high out of their head. Music has been playing all night. I take my fucking laptop and say the club is closed. And I'm
Shut
mad.
it down.
I shower, I get up, I go to work, right? Then in the evening, when I'm discussing it with my president, I said, so why didn't you just come out and turn the music off?
Or like be direct with it.
Why didn't you just come out and say, hey, stop playing the music. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I chose to send a text like saying, listen, close the club.
Passive aggressive.
You see what I'm trying to say?
I get
the point
you.
I'm trying to say is at the end of the day, I looked back at that and I said, wow, you know what? Why didn't I get out of my room, go into where the music has been playing and say, niggas, shut the, kill this music.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sleep. And that's a learning to me that sometimes I need to be more forceful when I feel about things that I need to make it clear.
Yeah.
Because I have a tendency to think the other person is going to be on the same wavelength as I am.
Yeah.
So I think, and I've read the comments that people are saying and this and that and what everybody have said, and I honestly believe that there was room for misinterpretation within the whole context. But of course, everybody's side is going to be different.
Yeah.
And if when Kanye West's mom said, when a giant looks in the mirror, it doesn't see a giant, or whatever it says. When you look from your side, you're going to see lies and this and that and deceit and how could you? But when you look from Nim's side, it could be like, but I genuinely thought that it was cool. You get? So now I know you might not agree with that, right? And there's cis code and bro code and all these things. But I just kind of think that like without you said I had an agreement with this nigga that we're never gonna da. I don't know if you had did you have that written agreement with Nimrat?
I've literally said it several times.
All of them, with the guy and with Nimrat. So
But you see,
I've said it several times.
If you make an agreement with someone, I'm not for going against that agreement because you took the time, you were clear about your boundaries,
Very.
and it balances and it makes the relationship very easy.
And
so
even-
you don't clash, you don't
here's the
butt
thing.
heads,
And
all
even
that.
after,
Yeah.
sorry, even after she said, oh, no, I'm not going to pursue it because that's your ex-sneaky link. I said, no, go ahead.
But
Do it.
you
No,
see,
see, no, and I didn't
Guys,
Wait,
you see,
I didn't have a problem with it, but
did.
I didn't have a problem with
You
it.
did.
I don't think you're understanding. The only problem I had, I'm not fighting. We're not fight. It's not even a fight. It's not a disagreement because of the nigger. It's a disagreement because you decided to outrightly go over my boundary,
All right.
to not actually respect my
you see what I'm
boundary.
saying?
bro, there's a movie that has Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale, and both these guys are magicians,
Wow.
and they go to each other's shows to see what the other's doing. In this case, there's one terrorist,
And it's a dude.
and it's the dude. I swear to God.
No, it's
no.
not.
No. Listen,
I'm
let
with
me put
him.
my point. He's the fucking terrorist. He knows what he's doing. Like you see, here's
I
the
could
thing.
care less what he does,
No.
though.
You see, my thing is this, right? A lot of people will be like to women and to men, and it goes back to that whole relationship of can men and women actually be friends?
And I'll ask you this.
You get? Because he's
Let the
like,
man cook.
all of this shit.
Who have you been friends with longer?
You get the dude.
Him.
Yeah, you get.
So that's your boy.
He's my boy, but
You
he also
understand?
got some heat.
But you see, no, hold on. Let me summarize it for you guys. Let me summarize it for you guys.
Let
right?
your boy cook.
So, 'cause this guy is a fucking
Magician.
terrorist. You understand?
I agree.
Like here's the thing. He saw and he knows you.
Yes.
And he knows her.
Yes.
And he was like, bro, it's fucking warfare.
Yes.
If I shoot sporadically, I will hit a target.
Because hear what? Listen, and this is my
and
point.
he just saw. And
This is my point, and this is my point.
They said to you, we've got an agreement.
You've been friends with him longer.
Yeah.
So end of the day, he knows you. If someone knows
You
me,
know what? Hold on. Hold up. First and foremost, then you know what? Gaslighting you.
Oh, no, both of them were
How the
gaslighting
fuck
me.
does he agree to be on a video? This nigga ain't even discreet.
And he knows
then you
you.
send a message, is like,
Oh,
oh,
no,
yeah,
no.
that's me.
He didn't know about.
But you saw.
You saw that video, didn't
It was
you?
like a sneak
But
peek.
this
You
is
saw that video, didn't you?
But this is what I'm
Bro,
saying.
you gotta go into these things, be like, no photos, no videos, nothing.
This is what I'm saying.
No,
Ma-
but you see, that is malicious intent, and from Nimrat's side, there wasn't any malicious intent.
Exactly.
That's why she even posted it without thinking twice about it.
it's like
I've said from her side.
yes.
man.
This
Because I
is
think
her.
Osama bin
because
fucking Laden.
this guy.
I should have
Osama,
taken a screenshot.
That's his name now, Osama. Because
It won't change nothing.
Osama is your pal, right? So, for example, we're all friends in this room, right? So, if there's an external party that can come and potentially disrupt our friendship, it's for me as the gatekeeper of our friendship to be like,
Nah, fam.
by the way, exactly, I can't. I've been in situations where
You've
let me
been
cook-
in that situation.
We've been in situations where
You
for
and I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
Been in
Again, I'm dealing with her as an individual. Whatever, this was a means to an end, almost. You get what I mean? I'm not dealing with her because she went on a date. It's the factors that came after that I'm dealing with. That needs to be very clear.
Okay.
It's the factors that came
think-
after.
I think-
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, me, I get
think-
you.
I get
It's the
you.
factors
Yeah.
after
I get
the
you.
fact. I didn't care that they went on
I
a date.
get you, but I honestly, again, I believe that is not 100%.
Can I tell you why?
And I'll tell you why. No, let me tell you why. Because
Tell me why.
there's ain't nothing
Never
but a heartbreak.
heartbreak.
Because the unsaid in this whole conversation is
That's the one.
the unsaid in this whole conversation is what I'm hearing is I don't have no feelings for anybody for this sneaky link, but I'm upset because I had an agreement. So
I hate to agree with you, man, but damn.
It's an
to
ego
me,
bruise,
to me
man.
it feels
It is, isn't it?
yeah. So for me, I feel that honestly, and I'll talk about this later when we talk about DST. I honestly feel that it's, he says as an ego bruise. I honestly, genuinely believe that when you sit down and when you talk to yourself, and I talk to myself a lot, when you talk to yourself and I say, gee, honestly, how do you actually feel about this situation? Especially when I'm angry.
Yeah.
And even over the last weekend, there's something that happened over the weekend and I was fuming. And I'm like, I had to sit down and unpack myself and say, do you know why you're angry? You're angry because you weren't involved. Or you're angry because the sky is blue. And when I unpack how I feel about situation, I always ask myself, whenever I blow up, whenever I lose my temper, why am I angry? And sometimes when you ask yourself that question, honestly, it's so humbling. Because you realize that the target is not the target. The target is collateral damage.
You know,
Can I say something before you go? I did ask myself that question.
And what was the answer?
I already know I don't have feelings for the person. I care for them, but I don't have feelings for the person.
Do you have more feelings for the person than you have for Nimrat?
Of course.
Well, there we go.
No, I do. I care more for him, and
There we go.
So, and I think I've told both of them this. I've offered so much grace to both of them. Too much grace to mainly him than her. And it was so painful that he could not accord me the same grace.
So
After years and years of according
the
grace.
question I'll ask you, who is it harder to forgive?
Her, because she knows. It's almost like,
Gee, yo, if you are a judge, man,
Yeah.
then make it soon. But you know, come at a party.
but-
it's almost like
Damn.
Calvin telling you about his little heartbreaks. You remember how he used to talk about drinking cough syrup and taking.
but you see,
And then you know the individual who broke his heart, right? But you start fucking around with them. How do you think he wouldn't be happy about that?
But you see, here's the thing.
I want to chip in with.
Hold up.
Yeah.
One thing that I've come to realize, right? Especially in this whole pot that is the Nairobi dating scene. You're coming from someone who was with someone
Who's with someone?
is about to be someone.
Roundabout.
and
Yeah,
all of
roundabout.
it,
I'm
like-
happy for them.
No. It's like that.
Are
right?
you?
You're not. You're not.
And honestly, the older you get, it's most likely to even happen more. You get? So now here's the thing, right?
Actually,
You
don't
will
wanna
find
hear that,
people
bro.
who have grace and will be like, oh, I'll tell you. And then there'll be all of these people who are insanely close to you who will not tell you. You get?
True.
Let me
And
say
you
this.
will
Wait.
probably be somewhere one day and you put two and two together and you're like, oh shit. And here's the thing. You're the past and they're the present. What magnitude do you think you have to disrupt their present?
After you speak, though. Yes.
Yeah.
get?
Yes.
Before you go, to be honest, I think I was more mad at myself.
Why? Why were you more mad
I'm
at
getting
yourself?
there. I was more mad at myself because I did expect so much from people.
That's the thing. People will disappoint
yeah.
you.
Damn.
It's true. I was more upset at myself and even when I talked to one very close friend of mine and he was just like, yeah, it's a shock that you're still dealing with the same damn thing because
So
you like I've given myself a little bit.
Before you go, because I know you're going to bring something else, and then I'll think something else, man.
So this is not the Ashley podcast, please. It's from my
Not too much on Ashley.
no, but that's the biggest story for us this
No,
week.
and as I
Facts.
told you, like whatever happened is going to be very consumable
It's
because
going in a lot
so
of
many
people's
relationships.
lives.
No,
Yeah.
so many relationships go through these things.
Because even on
you
the
know.
comments, like people, it's not just her who's being given the heat. I'm
Yeah.
also getting the heat.
Yeah,
Everybody's
because
getting
people are
the heat.
telling you that you're a husband.
Overreacting.
And your husband.
Snatcher.
Snatcher.
Guys,
That's what-
Hey.
that's what-
Too much.
See, they were not my friends.
Wait, G, wait.
But on the comments,
G.
we spoke
Even
about
on
it.
Instagram.
So
On
Ashley,
Instagram as well.
I've sent it to you.
following G's line of thinking, I see why he doesn't understand why some things make sense yet they don't. Because
Yeah.
when he's asked you who you care more about, you say the guy. But when he's asked you who you're more mad at, you said Nimrat because she knows more. So how is it that from the two people who, from your perspective, crossed you, the one who's known you longest, who would have been more expected to not have done this, received less heat than the person you've known for a shorter period of
See
time?
that meme when the woman's in there like,
You see, that doesn't
Great question.
to him. And
I get that.
Also, wait, hold up. Also, if this is a hypothetical, if Nimrat came and told you, "Hey, this guy is asking, if you could go out in
Yeah.
why would that be okay
Would it still
as
been an issue?
opposed? No, would you have been okay with it?
Yes.
Like you wouldn't have felt some
No,
type
let's
of way
be-
about
let's be 100.
either of them.
It's happened before.
Yeah, but you see, here's the
Yeah,
thing,
it's
right?
happened before. That's okay.
Yeah, but you
are you
s-
okay with it? Because to G's point
Yes.
again, the unspoken
You
is
s-
the
you
energy
said
that
you
we
care.
all feel. Because all of this, do you know what all of this
So,
screams actually? By the way,
there's-
it screams, I still care about this guy. If I'm
That's
being
what I'm
honest.
fucking
But I do
saying.
care about him. I
So
won't lie
do you
about
love
that.
You're not being as
Do you love him or
upfront
what?
about it.
No,
because you're
'cause-
trying to
No.
dismiss it.
'Cause here's
When
the
what?
thing.
Wait, Elward is crazy, man. Elward is crazy. But now I could see where Jimani is coming from, but I'm not insinuating or trying to pile up on anything. It's if he's known you longer, then maybe he should have been the one to receive,
The more heat?
yes,
More
the
heat.
more heat.
Ni kama
No,
And
to
then-
him. No, I understand.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
know,
yeah, I
Niggas in
understand.
the
I was
comment
just-
right now
wait.
be like,
And remember,
would you fuck him again?
And remember,
I would.
There we go.
But you would you wait.
no, you,
But would you
wow. Did you say that?
Wait. Wait. Would you mend your relationship with Nimrat?
Did you
Did you hear?
No, wait.
you know what she
It's a two-part. It's a two-part. There's that part, but there's Nimrat
You know my
also.
history. I think you know-
Wait. So me, I know Ashley.
You know
All
my
the
history.
problems in Kenya.
But
I'm not-
now we're here now.
Yes,
we're
we're
here
here
now.
now.
So
There's a lot of-
would you accord Nimrat the same courtesy
Wait.
of mending the friendship?
Wait.
Damn, you hesitate.
No. Listen. Let me put it like this.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to trust her the same way. There's too much context that I'm not going to divulge.
Right.
And she knows too much.
Okay, sour.
Would you
Like,
trust the guy the
wait.
same way?
No.
But
I'm not
it's
trusting.
smashed.
I'm not trusting none of them.
But it's smashed.
I'd smash still facts. Like, if you go back and watch
To the
my
point,
ex
the
broke up
nigga's
with
a
That
me.
nigga won,
terrorist.
man.
Wait.
He's a
If you go
terrorist.
back and watch my ex broke up with me, it was a lot of bullshit,
I'm
right?
I'm gonna.
But the main reason I'm not gonna fuck, or the main reason I was not gonna fuck is because I appreciated our friendship a little bit more. So I was not gonna fuck that over us having a good
well,
smash.
I'd like to pronounce my ruling on this subject
Please don't.
It's time.
before we move in the court of the mics are open. This is the second sitting of the courts.
There's gonna be a
That one ain't
third.
working correct. but
Right?
It's hot.
And
Too hot.
and as
Like a
judge,
kid to blast.
as judge, and after some conferring with my bench,
There's nothing like that.
no, and listening to all of the matters from the plaintiff and the prosecution, I, G Money of the Supreme Court of the mics are open, would like to deliver this following judgment.
Okay.
This seems, we pronounce this as a
Do you understand?
sincere case of dickmatization.
There we go. There we go. That's what I was about to say. Terrorism.
And we and
Terrorism.
and we hereby sentence you.
to get
Two.
dicked.
We hereby sentencing you to, as much grace as being extended, we hereby sentence you to look at the situation
For what it is.
for what it actually is.
Yeah.
And we also say that
There's more meat in this loaf.
my learned colleagues are we.
Can I appeal at some point?
You did not just cook. You fried that shit,
That's
bro.
bullshit. I'm about to jump on him. Like, you remember that judge who jumped on?
You want to appeal?
Is that can I appeal?
You can appeal, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna appeal. How I'll appeal is I have been getting more meat other than his, right? Well, on top of his.
Be careful. Be careful.
And
Do
I
you want to hire me as your lawyer before you go on?
Yes, please.
Unipatie retainer kwanza.
Please, yeah,
Unirushie
yeah, yeah.
kakitu
Say less.
because kitaumana hapa.
No. So my appeal, I've been getting
Been getting dick other than his.
been getting dick other than his, right? I don't crave it. I don't crave that meat. I don't go to that butchery anymore. But if I'm hungry at some point and it's available at a free price, why not?
Jesus
Why
Christ.
not
I'm
eat
sorry, I
the
can't
meat?
help you. Oh.
But now you see.
Why not eat the meat?
So
if it's available, if it's right there, why not eat the meat? Even if it's pork and I like goat. If I was craving,
what
if
this
I was
is?
craving chicken, but there's
Let me tell you what this is. Let me tell you what this is. Let me tell you.
done enough damage. Take it. As your lawyer,
Can I put
leave
up
it at
my
that.
Ryla Dinga hat now? Before we move on, let me put my Ryla Dinga hat.
Yeah, pili te
So-
koko chini, man.
There
Help me, Andy.
Let me give you.
I can't.
There was once a man who was fired from his job, and he thought that he took it to the court of arbitration, and he was awarded 15. Give me the hat. Thank you. I need a
Oh
hat.
my God.
oh shit.
I need a Baba hat. Got it? Yeah, put the Baba hat.
Not the
So-
Baba hat for this.
And he was awarded $15 million in compensation. But he wanted more. And he took it from the High Court to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court
Ruled?
ruled and
Against?
reduced the amount he was paid to $1 million. The moral of the story is sometimes the right judgment is not the first judgment. I rest my case. Thank you. Baba Amesama.
Has
Your appeal has been denied.
We got to leave some more. We got to leave some more juice for next week because you got to think about it.
Na kuna
Good.
DST, na kuna DST
Gotta
this
think
weekend.
about it.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
on DST this week?
I'm on
Yeah,
DST
he
this
is.
week, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Watch
Episode
out.
50.
Watch
Episode
out for the
50.
next episode.
Cool.
Yes.
Yep.
Manze,
minutes have
nilikuwa
we been talking
na
about this shit?
Austin ungerusha kiti hapo
27
katikati ya
minutes.
recording,
Oh,
manze.
by the way.
Throw at you when the girls are arguing, bro.
By the way, let me tell you, Austin exploited that shit.
Mad.
The only winner was Austin.
That's what I
The
said.
guy in the back is wise.
coming
The
to set the
knowledge.
record straight.
Deep voice and shit.
Austin was like,
As men, as a guy.
watching.
Bobo Clark.
Then I had this nigga in the back. I was like, not this nigga.
No. Do you know what? Do you know what I know that Austin was cooking? When he said Solomonic justice.
Solomonic justice.
And at that time, you know,
He
I was
read
half
both of us.
asleep. I was like, Austin.
Whose man's is this, bro? Whose
I was
man's is
just like,
this?
this guy's been waiting for life.
Plot
Like,
twist.
yeah.
Y'all didn't know Austin was the sneaky link.
But TJ,
anyway, no, I'm just joking.
but you know what's actually crazy, man? Now I know why reunion shows like on all of this reality telly be like that, bro.
Dramatic.
Bro, like the lady audience yesterday, what? Sky high.
Oh no, heavy.
People love
Yo,
the team. Unapenda chai.
Yo, I got a
Unapenda
couple of
chai.
messages when I posted up. You know that video? That video made more sense.
Bro,
The video where I was like, I was just over there recording. I'm back on the podcast. Then Andy and Nini were like,
Where
you know
was
that
you-
guy?
you're the
I was
feds.
like,
Calvin
hello.
is the feds.
Here's the thing.
He took like 3 videos actually, and I kept telling him delete that shit.
But bro,
Mute it, bro.
but it was part of the trailer because you guys decided to take
all I know is, and I can say, all I can say is this, right? That, at work, at radio, right?
Yeah.
they're always talking about, you need like some kind of controversial shit. Me, I've seen.
Yeah.
You've been there.
What?
Bruh, I don't... Fam, do you know over 20,000 people viewed that video on
That's
my
wild.
page alone?
Wild. Listen, the good company needed 2 babes to create some drama. So you're
Yeah,
welcome,
there
I
you go.
guess.
Right,
Yeah.
let's move on.
Let's talk about Gail King.
I was getting there as well. Yeah, perfect.
Go ahead.
So do we have a video?
Yeah.
We have the video. All right, check it out.
You know, I went on a date and I was really excited, very excited about it. We had gone out maybe 2 months, and then he said he really needed to talk to me. Sure, what is it? Do you think you could lend me $4,000? And I'm like, oh, God.
He jumped out with 4,000 out the gate, though?
I know, it's so
He didn't
funny.
test the water?
You know what Oprah said? Oprah said, God, I would have felt better if he had said $40,000.
You just went in your purse. Here you go. Here you go.
Crush, because here's somebody who was making, 6 figures, successful. And when I said, could I ask what it's for? He said, yeah, it was for a child support issue and to pay a payment on some furniture. And this was Sunday, and he said, I promise I'll pay you back by Thursday. And he did pay me back on Thursday, but I didn't feel the same. But he did, to his credit, pay me back on Thursday. But it just changed the relationship for me. It changed the relationship for me.
So that's Oprah's bestie, Gail King, saying that how she dated a man once and it was cool for a few months, and then he asked to borrow $4,000 for his child support, and he'd return it by Thursday. And he returned it by Thursday, but she could never look at him the same.
And this was a guy who gets bread.
This is a guy who gets like 6 figures,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
She said it was for child support and a couple of things. I
Yeah.
think
Yes.
furniture or something.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, so you saw the video? I really think that there's sometimes when you're trying to make a point, you score an own goal. Because for me, come on, move.
True.
True. Because honestly, I think the point she's trying to make is she didn't seem the same because he had to borrow money from her. I say, fam, if he had a genuine need, which it seemed like he did because he
Yeah.
repaid the money.
When he said he would.
And then she would go on Oprah, and Oprah and her will have conversations, and they'll say, why don't men open up when they have problems?
Yeah.
Why don't men talk when they need things? That's exactly why
That's the thing.
men don't talk when they need things. Because
you're
here we
finding
are
them.
all these years later, and I have borrowed money from you. I've borrowed money from you, and I'm speaking
I'm
of somebody.
chilling.
I'm speaking of somebody whose first car was financed by my girl. I did not have
A
money.
king. A
You
true
get
king.
me?
Yeah.
It's crazy that you mentioned that, right? Today morning, right? Shaquille O'Neal is on a podcast, and he said, "Listen, I don't open up to my girl."
Damn.
And was like, why? Because the minute I do something, that will be used against
Right.
me. And it's trending today.
So what I'm saying,
Funny enough, my friend has mentioned that as well. He was just like, I wouldn't talk to my girl about something because every time a fight breaks out, they're
It's
gonna
thrown back
use
at
it
you.
against me and even make him feel worse about the situation.
let's go back to Gail before we come back and localize it, right? I'm saying to you, right, that this is a man who had an issue at the time, and yes,
and he was a legit guy.
and he was a legit guy.
well, legit in this
Right.
context of like, hey,
And because he showed any sign of quote what you perceive, and this is not emotional weakness.
This is just
This is a
vulnerability.
financial issue.
vulnerability.
Vulnerability. This can happen to anybody. Not because Oprah's your best friend. You know what I'm trying to say? This can happen to anybody. The fact that she had 4 racks to just give him one time is a blessing as well.
True.
So I'm saying to you, after all of that, man, this guy has said to you, give me spot me 4
She gave it. He gave it back.
and
on
gave
time.
back on that time.
When he kept his word.
He kept his word.
Yeah.
What is the issue? Why are you now on a podcast putting this guy out there?
So like, think about it like this. So probably it's years later, or we don't have the context, right? Imagine him watching that clip.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's very
how
happy.
bruised-
He's very happy.
He's kind of bruised though.
And the fact that she said, I couldn't look at him the same.
Different. And they probably went on to split, and he didn't even get the closure as to why.
Yeah.
I think
He's
closure
just
is
like-
overrated also.
You get no, not necessarily, but here's the thing. I feel like at times ghosting people is not a good thing.
Oh, yeah,
Because it
true,
kind of
true,
does
true.
fuck with people, right?
True.
But imagine Gail and he splitting. and he's probably trying his best, you know, to get his bug up and what or whatever. But you don't know the reason as to why you guys split was that, and you were just being honest.
Yeah, and exactly. And my issue, I really hated that she said I could never look at him the same.
Bro.
I hated that one. Really resonated with me.
But you know what? I think for me, like from a personal point, I've been asked, could you borrow money from me? By a lady.
From, like, she's asking you to borrow money from her.
No. Could you borrow money from me if you had like...
a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
if I...
okay.
Not hypothetical. This is a real conversation.
Yeah.
Right?
Like if you ever need it.
If I ever needed,
Yeah.
right? And for me, like I look at it from now as like a guy on road hustling, what. Bro, I got to look at the qualities of who you are.
Yeah.
Because that
100%.
shit could be like... Probably I just needed to clear a
let me
check.
tell
Like
you,
I've banked it on a Friday and this shit is coming out Monday and things needs to go down on the weekend. But now my shit's tainted.
I don't ever want to be in a relationship where I'm scared to
borrow.
ask
Yeah.
for money. Because I can tell you, as a man that's been on road, do you know how many events I've done when I was in the UK that were furnished, that were financed by my gal? Because I didn't have enough money to pay DJs or to get the club or to do this. And when the money was made, I used to come home with pillowcases full of money.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, it's like, this weird standard, and Chris Rock says it, you know, men are not appreciated until they create value for themselves. But I ask you, and the question I will ask you again is this, and I'll ask every single woman is this. When I want you, or when I want to get involved with you or have a relationship with you, and you tell me that your finances are not in order, you don't have nothing, why then should I care about how you feel when I've made it? Or anybody or anyone? How, like, you know, I saw a tweet the other day and it was really mean. It was like some chick had reached out to a guy and says, like, you know, the girl says to him, I really felt you in high school. And he's like, yeah, in high school I wanted you, but now you're fat with 3 kids.
Wow.
But I'm not. This is not. This is not. This is not Andrew Tate G.
Yeah.
This is just an example.
Yeah.
So and Andy
But
says all the
he
time.
was also being mean.
Why is it the finish line is always crowded, but the start line is empty?
Never crowded. I believe, personally, I believe in potential. I feel like...
But then again, sorry, I've also seen tweets where guys are like, yo, don't bank on potential.
Well, I'm getting there. But I've gotten to a point now where, yes, potential can't really do much for me at the moment. But that's okay, how do I put this? I've always believed in potential. I've always believed if you have good work ethic, if I see that you have a plan and you have a strategy, I will be with you. It doesn't necessarily matter that you're, you know, balling or you've made it to where exactly you want to be. I've been with men who we've literally grown together, and to date they go like, we grew together to the point that we are at. So personally, I feel like where I am right now to where I've worked to, there's only so much I can have and so little that I can give, if that makes sense. So I do understand where women come from, but it's not necessarily from a point of love sometimes. It's more a point of they want something from the individual, and that's why they're going to go for them. For me, if I fall in love with someone who has potential, why not pursue it? But I don't think at this position in my life I would actually go for someone with potential, or I'm in the headspace to go with someone who has potential, if that makes sense.
No,
I don't take away anything from them.
I think, you know, and in my own experience, I love potential. It awakens something in me because I know what my struggle has been, and I know that what my journey has been, and I know how hard my journey has been. So for me, it's like an extension of, it's a potential to me is an extension of self-actualization. You get me? Because the thing about it is most of us realize too late that this thing called life is not just about numbers. It's not just about figures. It's not just about money. It's about thinking. When I think about people talk about legacy.
Yeah.
And when I think about legacy, and I don't believe in legacy, I believe in life. Because when you're gone, you're gone.
Yeah.
But let's abstractly think about legacy. Fam, when I go to the UK, I think about how many people would be like, this nigga opened so many doors for me. I go to Kenya, I think the same thing. This person opened. If I did not believe in the potential within relationships and without relationships,
Yeah.
think about how many people's lives would be in a different
lot.
place right now.
There's a lot.
And I don't say that as aggrandizement. It's a fucking fact. It's a fact. If I didn't, even within my relationships and if I didn't see and love potential, we probably all wouldn't be sitting in this room.
You know,
True.
here's the thing, and I'm glad that this whole potential conversation is being had. Bro, let me tell you, life can come at you quick. Today you could be hot, tomorrow you're down. And you see it like, especially like in businesses and everything. Bro, years are different. Like that is why people sit about at the end of year and ask, how was your year? Because this year might not be as good as last year, right? And you see at that potential, you're like, okay, Calvin is made, right? But maybe next year is not my year. You get, but what do I have? Potential. You get, I did it that year, I can do it again and like that and like that. And probably with that potential, I'm probably going to seek an opportunity.
Yeah.
But without the potential that I have to seek, you get. So it's a delicate place. I hear you when you say that, right?
Yeah.
And you know, there's repeat offenders when it comes to potential. They're just like, yo, I'm gonna.
And that's what I was going to say.
And I think that's what we need to focus on.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say also. There are different types of potentials, I would say, right? There's money potential, there's mental potential. There are different ways to work on yourself individually. You might have money, but you don't have like mental capacity or emotional capacity.
EQ.
That's potential for me as well. It's not necessarily just based on money, right?
Right.
And also that can grow you so far in your industry or money-wise or whatever, if you understand what I mean. So there are different types of potential. I'm not taking it away from anyone. I just think the different levels of it. And it gets to a point where I don't know, some people, if you're of the right mentality or if you're not looking to take anything away from anybody and to actually just genuinely be there as a friend, let's even talk about a friendship, as a friend or as a significant other, I think it will be very important to look at not a generalized potential, but very many different ones. Because for me personally, even for my friends, majority of my friends are male. They will be able to ask me for money at any point and tell me, ni meshikana.
Rich auntie. Yeah, go on.
You know, and I'll send it to them. Easy. Even today, my friend was just like, hey, by the way, I owe you money. And I was just like, I'd even forgotten. Because I also do the same thing and it's easy. Same thing with my married friends. I've seen the relationship with their wives and it's so beautiful because it's a point where they literally, they can tell each other so openly that, hey, I still haven't been paid or something hasn't come through. Lend me some money. I'm going to send it back to you. Or I can cover your bill for the house or something of the sort.
That's a brilliant conversation.
It is brilliant conversation.
Let me ask you this. Do you have potential
I believe I
to
do.
steal them?
You idiot.
But then again, you know what? I want to stop you there. You've said your married friends are like, hey, they'd be comfortable enough to borrow money from you.
Yes.
That is deep.
Oh, no, I didn't say my married friends.
You know what I mean,
friends.
right? Right? Like, so someone's married, right? And they've come to you, a single lady, and they're like, hey, you guys are friends first, right? But that's deep, though. Because you see, it goes back to the same conversation we're having, and I'm glad to now go back and kind of localize it. I think I've mentioned it here on the podcast before. It was someone was giving me a story of how this guy was going through a divorce. And it was happening that guys were moving stuff out of his house. You know, he's gotten the movers and everything. And he was at the bar with the boys. Didn't even mention that, yo, this is going on and everything. You get? Because I feel like money is definitely a big issue when it comes, you know, on the list of things of divorce. Infidelity, money, what. But bro, I still honestly feel men are unable to borrow money from women. Like a man would suffer.
Will you guys borrow money from me?
Suffer. Yeah.
I would.
You see?
I wouldn't.
Really?
I wouldn't borrow money from you.
You wouldn't?
No.
Why?
Not so much.
Why? Because you feel like she's going to look at you in a different kind of way.
No, bro. Me and Ashley have been in the pits, bro.
Bro, in the wait, and that's the thing.
why
We have
wouldn't you?
borrowed money
Why?
from each other.
No.
Well, I have.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Yes, but I wouldn't.
Slow your roll, nigga. God damn.
Hey. Damn.
I don't think I'd borrow money from my friends generally. It's not just you. It's generally like I think I'd rather come to someone like Jimani who plays more of a father figure role, and I won't even ask for money. I'll be like, hey yo, there's this, but Jimani usually like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Tell me what do you want? How much? Put it in there. Pause. You know, but it's just a me thing. I wouldn't come to my friend to ask them for money. I'd rather, bro, you've seen how we operate. Acha nichukue a loan from the bank and then we will know how to pay it later. But
That's interesting though.
you know, I can speak from a different perspective because of experience. Two stories I can give, and I think I've brought them up before, maybe on different platforms. But I remember the first party, maybe event I ever did. And that was like, you know, looking back, I was like, damn. Anyway, I do understand why doing an event is so hard because I got my lessons firsthand also. Like, I knew how much money I needed. I had made sure all the plans were proper. But then when it came down to the wire, some things just fell apart. When you realize that someone maybe mismanaged the money and now we're very short of some very crucial things that need to be done. And the bash is, I was in campus, I think nilikuwa second year. So we're from an evening class, it's 4 p.m. on a Friday. That party is supposed to kick off at 10 p.m. My sound and equipment guy is not responding. He's not telling me nothing. And we haven't, there's a standing fee I think we hadn't cleared, but it was summing up to about 15K. So from my end, manzeni ilitoa 1,500 and that was it. So it was only 10K. So after class, I'm chilling with a couple of my friends and I'm kind of stressed. I'm thinking everyone is coming out tonight for this party, including these people in front of me. What do I do? I've been in that situation. Like, I don't know what to do. The event is in hours. What do I do? So the girl seated opposite me, her name is Rose Kamithi. Big up yourself, manze. She was like, Andy, you look stressed. Like, you know, it's Friday evening, manze, for kwa vibes, bro. And you're doing a party. Like, what's going on? So I told her, okay, I'll be honest. I don't have this money right now. And my sound guy, blah, 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 blah. She was like, how much money would you need right now for this thing to take off? And I was like, ilikuwa 15K, but I managed to get 5K. Now I just need to know where I can get an extra 10K. And she was like, you and I are going to the bank right now. I'll give you that 10K and you'll pay it whenever you want to at your own pace. And I was like, she was like, I'm not taking no for an answer. It's not a sexual relationship. We were just boys. Me and Rose were just boys. Now, that was just it. And she did exactly that. And trust me, by Monday afternoon, I paid her every single cent. That was one example I could pick up from. Your bashing happened without her. Now, when it comes to a more romantic and more intimate setup, I've been in a situation with someone who came from a more affluent background than me. And it does, in fact, I like it. I'm not after the money. I'm not after, it's just, you know, it's a good thing to have, right? So these things she'd have wanted us to do, but financially, I'm not flexible enough to do those things with you. I can't travel with you everywhere you're going. I can't come out, hang out with you guys, maybe every other weekend in those restaurants. So this one time, she wasn't having it. She was like, hey, so I want us to do this, and this, and you're going to be there. See me, I'm starting my storos. Oh, she chucked 3K from I don't know where, God knows where, and put that 3K in my pocket. It wasn't the bra, bro. Nilikuwa like, hey, ini magic gani manze? Damn, what else can you pull out of nowhere? You know? So she put the 3K in my pocket and she was like, shh. Nah, nigga.
Go.
She was like, I don't want that money back. Use it however you want to, but I just want you to have that. So I'm fortunate enough to have also experienced the women who genuinely like you for you. And when they like you for you, imagine nothing else will matter.
True.
You know, Namia, I'm not there trying to come at your money because you're affluent. Oh, we can do this, buy me this, take, you know, some people take advantage.
True.
So I do understand where that guy is coming from. Whatever she said, to me, it's one of those, like, to each his own. That's what she wants. Me, I'm not going to judge you. You know what you prioritize in your life. If you want a nigga with money, that's what you want. And you're going to find a nigga with money. The guy who you looked at differently because of what he did, he should be very grateful that it didn't work out, because he wouldn't want to be in a situation with someone like this. So again, to each his own. It worked out perfectly.
You know how you started and said an own goal? I think she honestly
score a point.
scored one. Right?
Score a point and get her own goal.
Yeah. Because, like, think about, like, Gail and Oprah. They've been influential for years.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they've done so much great stuff for the girl child, and of course for the boy child as well. There's so many people. Like, yo, here's the thing. Gail just did an interview with Hov.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, you could see, you know, the interest and what. We got much respect for her because she's been there all of, you know, through the whole thing and everything. But I feel like a lot of people are going to misinterpret that.
True. And that's why when I speak to young men, I say, in your 20s, be a terrorist, break hearts.
No, don't.
Because it's coming your way.
Don't break.
And life gets
and
hard.
worse, yeah.
And life gets dark. Don't be worrying about, like, go out there, wreck houses, break hearts.
Do you know why I'm saying
doors.
no?
Why?
I'm the good guy who is left dealing with whatever you've done here, huko mbele, man.
Good.
That's
why it's
true.
taking me forever to get to the finish line, bro.
So-
Because now she has trauma from Jimani, who was a terrorist in his 20s.
Yeah.
But you know, here's the thing. If G or myself are not terrorists, there's like, what's that guy called? Osama?
Osama, Osama bin Dick.
Osama bin Dick.
Osama bin
Not Osama bin
Osama bin
Dick.
Dick. You know, I mean,
Oh, we got it. That's the title. Osama bin Dick.
so I think that, like, I don't say
Yo,
that.
don't forget that shit.
But what I would say is this, and it's interesting with the whole Gail situation there, and it's like,
I think we can get final remarks from every.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just, I think I always use the Nakumat analogy, right? And the Nakumat analogy is this.
All under one roof?
When we used to, I see what you did there.
Right.
When we used to work on Burrito Road, right? Do you remember when that chick used to be at the bakery in?
Or the one who was there for a week.
Hey, there was a hot mama at the bakery in Nakumat. Proper. And I remember we were there, and shout out to Della. I remember having a conversation once at Homeboys, at the old Homeboys, and it was like, would Della date a hot guy who worked at Nakumat who was packing bags? I was like, oh, hell no. I'm like, but even if, like, that's your soulmate there,
Yeah.
that's like, you know, he's just doing that because at the moment that's what he can do, but he's educated, is this, and she's like, nah. At this stage, like we said, I can't see myself doing that.
No potential.
However, the chick at the bakery lasted a week.
Yeah.
And then when I saw her last year in her
X5.
4x4, was it X5? And then whatever it was, she told me her life and we had a drink. It's like, hey, so I left from there. A man came there. We met. Married
wanted
now.
the cake.
We have 2 kids.
The dynamics are very different.
So,
very, very
But you see now the
stories.
problem.
no, like on ground, at the moment.
yeah. So the point I'm making is that guy at that moment was willing to invest in potential.
Yeah.
Women are not willing to. Most women are not willing to invest in potential.
Yep.
And because of that, I think, and let's look at the economics of the situation. This is my passing shot, right? Parting shot, rather.
Calvin, anza
right?
kuandaa yako.
If every woman wants a finished product, right?
You're frying to
If every woman wants a finished product, and we live in a country that has slightly more women and has 80% of people living below the poverty line,
Yeah.
where are they going to find them?
No, I'm glad that you said that. If you want, say that again.
If
A
you want
Finished product.
Finished product. I guess that's why a lot of married men have a lot of women.
They're the finished product.
There you go.
Hey,
If you're a
Calvin.
married man,
hey, guys are cooking today.
Frying, bro.
So, to bring this full circle.
Wait, bro.
But here's the thing.
Ashley hasn't spoken also.
But also, so that's the truth, and it's going to be like that. Married guys who even divorced them, Lord, ain't taking out the ring. They're just out here, left, right, center.
The ring ding.
The ring ding.
The ring
ringing
ding,
that
the ring ding.
You know what I mean? But also,
But take it out.
I feel for.
She did. She starts to shout.
I feel for the generation right now. Like at times I just sit down and listen to the music. Music is very influential. We're now in an era where like today I was reading Hot Girl Summer, the tour by Megan was in 2019, and I was like, wow, okay. And I remember the phrase, I mean, my hot girl era and all of these different kinds
Hot
of
girl
things.
summer.
Hot girl summer, what
Before the beef started.
before the beef started and all of that.
Lot of beef.
Then now, I listen to all of this music,
the
right?
beef
Girlies are
And they're
beefy.
just like, you got to give me shopping money, you got to buy me a backing bag. Yo, it's even gotten to a point, you're buying a new body, all of that. So there's a lot that is being given to, you got to have money.
consumers.
Yeah.
You get. And that really trickles all the way down.
Yep.
It does.
It does. And you
does.
see, here's the thing, like right now, bro, guys have been laid off left, right, and center.
Left, right, and center,
The
bro.
shilling, like even if you're trying to invest into the grind, bro, the shilling, how much you got to buy the dollar for?
I spoke to a pal last night, right? Who's a manager at a company here in Kenya. It's an international company. So he's a manager, and like he told me yesterday, like we're talking on WhatsApp, and he's like, "Yo, man, today, man, I had to let go of like almost 40 people."
Jeez.
Yeah.
And then he's like, literally, even when I saw his stories, nigga was in the bar till 2 a.m. this morning.
It's
like
deep.
wilding it out. Like to this morning, I'm like, but yesterday evening you were down, now you're out. And he goes, bro, he goes, I've tried everything to keep those guys in. Like, because it's a foreign company, I've tried to retrain, I've tried to have
All of this.
performance review, but at the end of the day, I couldn't keep them on. And he says he feels really bad.
Yeah.
And those are stories that are happening
Every
everywhere. So my thing about it is like, if there's ever a time to invest in potential, now's that time.
But you see, and hold up, just to finish this point, right? So you see, all of that is happening, right? And this is all, by the way, both male, female.
Yeah.
You get? I'm not saying boy, child,
Yeah.
what, male, female. And then you come back to your own self, and you're here, you're single, or you're chasing this woman or man, and they're just like, nah, I can't really be with you. That shit fucks with you.
Yeah.
You're frustrated, you're bruised, you're
Yeah.
what? You get, it's a very hard time. Like I think about it and I'm just like, wow.
Why are people hurt by redirection? This person doesn't want you. It's okay.
Yeah.
We've all been there. Take the redirect. Is it not better to go where you're more wanted?
Yes,
it's
but
true.
you see, yes, I understand. That will happen. But you see, we're going back to the schooling, the
I
way
think
it is right
Calvin's not talking about this on the individual level.
Yeah.
I think he's talking about the mass.
Yeah.
The mass.
I think, okay, where was I going with this? I think first of all, I don't want a finished product. I want a product that's being cooked, right? Like he's still chefing
Let
it
him
up.
cook.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
chefing it up. So hence I talked about potential, and you have work ethic, and you have a goal, and you're going towards that goal. That's what I want. That's what I would like. But I think men also need to be comfortable with the fact that women can be established already. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
Because that
yeah.
also is a factor. If
It
you
is,
look at
yeah.
it, it's a big factor where if a woman is more established than the man, it's not going to be too pretty of a relationship, or the respect is not going to be equal, or there's going to be some.
But why is that though?
I think it's
You still
an
want to
ego
cook?
thing from the men.
No, but I'll say why.
If I'm
No,
not-
because I'll say like if you just said that if a woman is earning more money than a man, the relationship's not going to be equal.
Yes, but from the man's I'm talking about from the man's
From
perspective.
the man's perspective,
yeah.
right?
And I will
Okay.
talk about it's an ego thing.
And ego. Oh, yeah, it's
I will
ego.
definitely say it's an ego thing where, they wouldn't necessarily feel too great if the woman is the one who consistently paying
Something
for
must
the
be
bill.
wrong with me though.
yeah.
I am
Me too.
longing for the day to be a kept man.
Listen, I'm the girl who reaches for the bill when we're
Let
out on a
tomorrow
date.
be my last
and the
show,
man will
baby.
get
Let me retire
matched.
tomorrow.
me.
I want to retire young.
You remember the Kevin
Let tomorrow
Hart
be
movie?
my last police a day.
You remember the Kevin Hart movie?
I think
the Back
G-
to
I think
Heights.
sorry.
Yeah,
said it,
let me
No,
talk.
you can't say sorry and keep talking.
No,
Let
you know,
her talk,
it's-
nigga.
G has said
Can I
it
finish?
consistently. Yeah, finish.
Yeah, you remember the Kevin Hart movie? Back to
The trash one.
high
This
school
new
one. The high school one.
With Tiffany Haddish.
With Tiffany
the evening
Haddish.
class thing.
You remember the beginning? Yeah. Evening classes. You remember the beginning of it where the wife was the one who had all the money. She was paying the rent, and he
Oh,
was
yeah,
pretending
yeah.
to have another job and making much more money. Then he literally had a Porsche that was
Yeah.
repossessed because he was trying to keep up with her. Literally pulled a foodie from
Yeah.
his balls.
Manze,
Tim,
yeah.
what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
See, that's what it's called.
Interestingly,
Damn.
I wanted
Listen,
us to
you
have
be
that
there.
conversation on the pod
God
today.
damn.
One second, you were about
Yeah.
to say something.
That threw me off, man.
You said Jesus, I've said it consistently.
You've
That
said it consistently, right?
about soft life.
Would you have done it at the age of 30, really?
So let me. I'm
Do what exactly? Soft life.
Soft life.
Because you know
like
he
be a
said
kept
it.
man.
Oh.
I've said it so many
yo,
times.
Would you really have done it at that age?
Fam, let me tell you, right? When I was 30, I was in a relationship where the woman was much more stable than me. It's much more stable. Had a proper job, car, house, all of these things. Me, I was on road. And I remember my 30th birthday. I had a gig. She came to the gig. She goes, get back to the house. She's like, Pack, we're gonna go on a little trip. Took me to Jamaica for my 30th. So I spent my 30th birthday. Now, in hindsight, it could have been like, I'm taking you
Yeah.
to meet. I'm taking myself to meet your parents.
Aha.
It could be that. But
Okay.
me, I'm like, yo, this is a trip to Jamaica.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, right? So when I always say that I have no issue being a kept man, I am categorically stating whether it happened at 30 or 35
I think that's a clarity.
or whatever. And I'll tell you why, right? And I'll tell you why. It's like my entire life to this point has been a life of leadership. I saw something this week on Twitter that really hit me, and it said, the sixth love language is inclusion. Include me in your plans, include me in the things you want to do. Fam, do you know what I want? I long for that day when I'm sitting back like, yo, okay, and it's like, okay, so I want us to go to XYZ. I want us to do this. I think this is a good plan for us. Do you know how draining it is always to just to be the one who's
Make
just
the
like
plan.
making plans? Like I don't have that precious gene that says, oh, I must earn. Nah, if you, fam.
Hey, me too, bro.
So if you have it, because if I have it, you have it. So why if you have it, I can't have it too?
Hey, put that in a song.
Like at times, you know, at times I listen to, social media throws a lot at you, and I'm just like, fam. Hey.
The thing is,
Asa umesema nini?
No, see, I'm getting there, right?
Onikuchoka umechoka hata ukifikiria
Yeah,
story.
like at times, bro, I look at some of the qualifications, some of guys ain't standards, guys ain't scoring high like this and that.
But-
and for me, I'm at a different place. You know what I mean?
but bro, you've been around
You're
for a
close
long
to
time.
marriage. Hey.
You're close to marriage. You've been around for a long time, bro. And invariably, I always say to people, the people who are tweeting madness today,
And badness.
check on them. In 10 years' time, inshallah, you have life.
yeah.
They are completely different people. You see these people who are tweeting recklessly with their standards.
Domesticate
I
them.
cannot wait
With their
till
standards.
I cannot wait
That
till
is actually
life
very true.
beats them. I'm telling you, some of the most dramatic people you see on Twitter, 10 years ago in their heyday, you couldn't talk to them
couldn't.
because they knew everything. And life is now beating them with a big stick.
It's just like, get ready.
Get ready. Listen, man. Are we out the building?
Yes.
This
Yeah,
has been the
man.
mics are open. I've enjoyed today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
same
I
here.
think that like
We should
I
have
love the
one
conversation
relationship
Yeah.
that we've had.
episode.
And I think that also for anybody who's watched DST, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it now. I
Is
think
it
the next
scripted?
I
Is
think
it
the
real?
next
We don't
episode
know.
Nimrat.
I think the next episode for DST should be along the lines of reconciliation and
I
Yo,
texted you
I'm
something
throwing a chair
today.
in there, bro.
Wait, I texted you something today, right? Let me read it verbatim. I literally said, I think we'll touch on it on the podcast. just be like, this is a lesson on boundaries and forgiveness, because I think that literally is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So
Ashley, you came
Sasa ndio
for very
kuna
good
finya ile
advertising.
kitu wewe, ile kitu ya kushout manze.
Can I drop the bar?
Man.
Can I get drop the bar? This like you dropped the bar last week.
Oh,
Can I drop the bar?
so
are you sure
get-
you want to set it up like
You
that?
get to have your dick and eat it too.
You've become Calvin.
I don't want that one.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.